I give you, for instance, historically, this is not the first time Gambia is playing leadership. In the First Republic, you know, when the war broke between Iran and Iraq, you know, it was very devastating. Our president, Sadauda Kairaba Jawara, was chosen by the OIC to chair the mediation team that brought about the end of the war and the rapprochement between Iran and Iraq.
Historically, we have been an entity for centuries. There is no reason why we should not continue as a separate, independent entity.
That I will never rule this country without your mandate since we started.
Our collective efforts have resulted in the growing confidence of our partners. That every individual would get what they want.
Gambia and Senegal cannot afford to be at loggerheads. We live, we are one family.
Let us sit down and talk and resolve our problems within.
We want to be part of your foreign policy. We do not want you to use us. We want to be free.
For us in the Gambia, every host country is given the opportunity for you to choose the theme. And in our interaction with members of the Ummah, influential members of the Ummah, the need had been indicated for, you know, for Gambia to use its chairmanship to be able to kind of redirect the OIC in the direction that we feel, you know, befits the 21st century. In our view, we want to consolidate the peace and solidarity that we have within the Ummah. But we want to use that, you know, to create dialogue that would enhance sustainable development. So we are, under our chairmanship, we really want to make sure that we move from just achieving political objectives per se. We want to make sure, in addition to achieving political objectives, that we are also able to, you know, create a platform or avenues for interaction and investment between members of the Ummah. As you know, the Ummah comprises of very, very wealthy countries. And instead of relying on the Bretton Woods institutions for our development financing, we want to make sure that we can leverage our membership of the OIC to create more interaction, more inflows of investments from, you know, amongst ourselves. So those are all possibilities open to us, and Gambia wants to exploit the possibility, you know, during our chairmanship to make sure that there is a lot of trade and financing between members of the Ummah. You know, investments can come more from the more endowed members to the less endowed members. And this is why, you know, countries like Gambia were chosen, because the whole resolution choosing Gambia is to give Gambia the opportunity also to be able to move one notch up on the development ladder. And of course, you know, Gambia's leadership will only go to cement our already high profile as far as the OIC is concerned. I give you, for instance, historically, this is not the first time Gambia is playing leadership. In the First Republic, you know, when the war broke between Iran and Iraq, you know, it was very devastating. Our president, Sadauda Kairaba Jawara, was chosen by the OIC to chair the mediation team that brought about the end of the war and the rapprochement between Iran and Iraq. So I think this will add more grease to our elbow. It will add more feather to our cap. Already we know, even within the Africa group, Gambia is highly respected. That's why we have been chosen as the headquarters for the Human Rights Center for Africa. So there's a lot that can accrue to the country from our leadership of this group.
So now I will just throw the last question, probably. Looking at the level of awareness, of the general public, regarding the whole OIC summit and what OIC is all about, what are the outreach mechanisms that are in place, to be able to educate communities? Because I believe that it will be, we are going to chair the summit for the next 3 years, and it's not just going to be, heads of states meeting. I'm sure it will be broader. Absolutely. And looking at some of the information that they will be embarking on, women empowerment, trade and finance and all that stuff. How prepared, is the secretariat, to be able to reach out to the layman, who is out there?
This is another very, very important question. Being the second largest organization after the UN, I think the OIC is a bit undersold. Mm-hmm. Most people don't know, because we have several goals and objectives which mirror the Sustainable Development Agenda of the UN. And one coming down, zeroing in to the local level, at the Secretariat we have a brand and communication department. They are working tirelessly to keep people informed. We also have a strategy, a communication strategy, which is being finalized to better engage the communities and relevant agencies, to kind of sell and to kind of educate and inform people more about the OIC and what it is all about, both at the global level and local level. But I'm glad also that avenues like yours is really expanding our reach to the people. Communication is a very, very complex issue. And you started by saying there are quite a lot of opinions and rumors, which is natural. But like I said, there are as many opinions as there are people. People have perspectives, like you said. The whole world is about perspective, because the way I view something may be quite different from the way you see it. But that's the right you have. But of course, that does not change the facts about that issue. So what we want and what we need to work, I must admit, we need to work tirelessly at, is to better inform the people.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
And that's the reason why we established this this platform, to make sure that we bridge the gap between knowledge and wisdom and the hearts and the minds of the people. Because the way we see things, if it is proper, the way we do things will be proper, and the results will be proper. So once again, thank you for your time, and I would want you to finally, send your message, to our viewers out there, who are keen followers of the perspective.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jane. I would like to firstly thank the Gambian community for their support thus far. We are in no doubt that infrastructural development comes with a toll on people. Our roads, for instance, there has been demolitions, some people have been displaced and so on and so forth, but it's all geared towards the greater good. We just want to make sure at the end of the day we all lead a better and live in a more conducive environment. So we thank the Gambian community for their perseverance, but we would like to appeal for greater understanding, for more support, and for everybody to embrace these OIC projects as the national project. It is, as I said in the interview, it is geared towards the common good. It's not for any particular constituency or individual. So we continue to crave their indulgence and their support to make sure that the OIC becomes one memorable milestone within the annals of our history.
Thank you very much.